All right. Yeah, we'll run through this real quick. Deck number 2 of War of the Spark. Thursday, April 25th, 2019. Oh, get a good stretch in here real quick, you know. Oh, get that bell on, you know. Orzhov Aristocrats. Art is Soren. Soren's quite a big deal of it, actually. He's a good reanimator. Let's look at the deck this way. What we have here is Orzhov Aristocrats. Delving into God Eternal Bantu, which is phenomenal when you play him correctly. But let's get into it. 1-drops, we have the Hunted Witness, who is 2 creatures for the price of one mana, because when he dies he reanimates himself as a white soldier with lifelink, and the lifelink helps out in certain matchups. Gutter Bones is a reanimator. You play him for 1, bring him back for 2, only if you've dealt damage that turn, but it happens pretty frequently. And he's a very good synergistic card, as well as Hunted Witness, and even Tithe Taker, who has Afterlife for 1, and we also have Seraph of Scales, who has Afterlife of 2, which all leave back creatures we can sacrifice to Priests of Forgotten Gods, or even Spark Harvest, if that is the situational output where we need to destroy a Planeswalker that we don't that we can't because we only have a Mortify in hand or a Cast Down. This is our Planeswalker removal. Certain situations, obviously, you can do it to any target creature, so if it's a legendary and Cast Down can't hit it, and you don't have a Mortify in your hand, Spark Harvest is there. But we have a lot of outlets for sacrifice. Obviously, Priest of Forgotten Gods is a very good card here. It helps you cycle through your deck with drawing cards, getting more mana to play more cards. In certain scenarios, you can hit them for 2 life, sacrifice a creature. Maybe that creature's a Gutter Bones. You add 2 black mana. Then, since you've hit them for life this turn, with that 2 extra mana you just got, you get Gutter Bones out of the graveyard for free back into your hand, and you get to draw a card. Pretty good combo there. Midnight Reaper is here just for the card draw as well. Obviously, you take some damage. That's why cards like the lifelink here, or Soren being on the board, giving every creature you control lifelink, is pretty nice. That also does affect Priest of Forgotten Gods. Actually, no, I don't know if it does. I haven't tried that yet. We'll have to see if that happens. If Soren's on the board, if the 2 damage from Priest of Forgotten Gods does lifelink or not. I'm curious, because it doesn't say it's dealt damage. It just says they lose life. We'll have to figure that out. Cruel Celebrant is a vampire in a sense of every time one of your creatures dies. Remember, we're sacrificing a lot of creatures and getting them back with Afterlife and reanimating with Soren even. We're gaining a life, they're losing a life. Pretty good for the scenario. Seraph of the Scales is just a really good big boy that also has the Afterlife effect on it, so we play him. Her. Gideon Blackblade has turned out to be very powerful. A lot of people will not care about your life total until he's dead. So, and he's a 4/4 on turn 3 that, well, I guess he doesn't attack until turn 4, but he's a 4/4 on the board by turn 3, which is pretty good. Even though he does go back to being a Planeswalker and can't block, as an attacker, he's really good. And you can make him give, like, Seraph of Scales, lifelink, or something like that, just to get you extra life to stay alive in the game. I touched on Soren, Vengeful Bloodlord. His passive, all your creatures and planeswalkers have lifelink. His +2 deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, which proved very strong against Dragon God Nicol Bolas, because he comes out with 4 loyalty. They -3 to destroy your Gideon, maybe. You play a Soren, you +2, you ping him for 1. Dragon God's dead. His -X, though, is the real kicker here. You can bring back any creature card for converted cost X, which is what you minus X, and you get them out of the graveyard to the battlefield, just like that. So, in certain scenarios, obviously we don't have many. I don't think we have any enter the battlefield at all here, besides Bantu. But just getting creatures back for cheap, like you could do a Gutter Bones for 1. Or a Hunted Witness for 1, and then sacrifice it to Priest of Forgotten Gods, so on and so forth. Finally, our biggest big boy, 5-drop God Eternal Bantu, legendary creature who's a zombie god. When he enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents that you control, then you draw that many cards. It's very important not to go too under or too over. There's a sweet spot with this, and I've in the previous practice games I had before the video, I went overboard a little too many times where I'd sacrifice every land I had, everything. You can get rid of lands because we are relatively a cheap deck. 3 mana is not that hard. So if you're sacrificing 3 creatures, doing 3 damage, gaining 3 life, drawing 3 cards, dealing 3 damage to you, so you're not gaining any life after the effect of this. And then you get to draw like 7 more cards. You're gonna have the land you need, and you're gonna get what you need for the remainder of the game, which might be a Spark Harvest or a Cast Down. So usually Bantu is good enough to do like 5 to 6 cards. It's all about where you are at in the game, though. Plus, he's very good just to have on the board. It's a 5/6 menace, man. That menace is hard to compete with. For our mana base over here, we have 2 blast zones, which I did use incorrectly as I'm still learning how it works. It shows that it can be pretty good against mono red, though. Pretty good. Isolated Chapel, Godless Shrine for our duels, and then we have 5 Swamp, 5 Plains, and then 2 Memorial Follies just to get more creature cards from the graveyard, but instead of going to the battlefield, comes to our hand. And yeah, that is it. Let's jump into some best of 1 games here. I think after this we're going to look at maybe doing a Grixis control maybe, or if there's a decent Super Friends list that can be put together, we might do that as well. So expect that tomorrow in the next YouTube video. This is keepable. We have Preach Forgotten Gods, 2 Hunted Witnesses, and we're able to play everything in our hand besides Seraph Scales and Midnight Reaper. We're 1 away from this and 2 away from Seraph Scales. Seraph Scales isn't too important at the moment. It's just these 3-4 cards, so we're gonna keep it. We're looking for 1 land essentially. Obviously turn 1 we miss, being that we only have an Isolated Chapel. Get another Hunted Witness, which isn't a bad draw for us. Looking for that land though, preferably, ooh, that's not a land. Playing against green, or playing against Gruul here, we might be seeing Borgod. We'll do this. I know he's probably not blocking, he's obviously using the Land Elf for ramp. 4 mana. Warclaw. Interesting. We still haven't gotten our land that we would like. What does this do again? Power 4 greater, cost 2 less to cast. I think you could almost cast a Galta right now. Ah, there's the Boar God. Curious what his card in hand is. We're not getting that land that we needed, so this could have been a poopy keep. Man. Get the board wide. We're gonna have to be doing some chump blocking here. Raise. We gotta remember Borgod has trample.
Beasts are much more reliable than humans.
Oh, they both have trample.
Still walk away.
He has another Goreclaw. I think that's GG, right? Oh, that's Ronas. Whoa. What is that? 19. 28, all with trample. Good game. Maybe we build that. Borgod just seems fun. I know we have one Ronos. We don't have any Borgods. Game number 2. This isn't proving to be as good as the Kiora bio essence that I posted yesterday, but we will see. Maybe early today as well. We might be doing 2 videos a day. Unsure. Gotta figure it out. Gotta figure out what I want to do with my YouTube. Any suggestions, leave it in the comments below. I also gotta get back in touch with Bounty. A lot of things I gotta do, man, now that I'm back. 30-second queue. What the heck? Game 2. Back at it. We'll see what happened there when I edit the video. But... ready. That's how quick a queue should be. Nayu 1989. Ah, yeah. 2 lands, Goddess, Gutter Bones. Well, yeah, sure. I think here one of the things that we want to see early is Priest of Forgotten Gods for sure. Get a Blast Zone. We see a Simic Guild Gate. Makes me wonder if he's playing guilds. See another Guild Gate. Really wonder if he's playing guilds now. See Plaza of Harmony. Yeah, he's playing guilds. That's GG. 0-2 in the run. Playing old school gates. It's fun playing against this. Oh, he actually put a new card in it. Beginning of each opponent, if that player handed it. Oh.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
GG. It could have killed the ram, but that was just over. He had 300 lands on the board and its gates, so. One more, game 3. Then we're gonna jump into something new. Probably Borgod. Borgod seems fun. We get back Blackblade on curve, and we have a cast on Mortify. It's windy out. Hunted Witness. I wonder if we're playing a mirror match of some sort. Could see. Oh, it could just be mono white as well. I actually kind of forgot that that's how that worked. And we see Orzhov colors. Now we're definitely doing that again. Two for one there. He's gone. Not how I meant to be playing this deck, but it's just the way it works. Fine visitation. One, two, three, four, five. Okay.
Together we can banish evil from this plane. Your light will cleave the darkness.
Should I give it indestructible? I misclicked. indestructible, he tries to block with his angel. Would have been kind of funny. Maybe we see Legion's Landing. I don't know what he'd have in his hand. For Orzhov token creation. That's fine.
My strength gave out.
I don't think I can get him back. He's not a creature. Does that leave us with 3? Put us on 4 next turn if we get one? Yeah. I don't think I have this one at all. Maybe Gideon should have came down. Menace. This is a good example of how this is somewhat supposed to work. One card in hand, I doubt he can win here. He, she, them. Maybe though. We might get like bombed here with a dozen. Fuck. Or that. We have Memorial of Folly, which is a save. Oh, yeah. We're in the lead. I think Priest of Forgotten Gods is actually the better choice.
May the gods bless us in our righteous cause.
May the gods bless us with our righteous cause.
I believe in you, friend. I walk a righteous path. I will lend you my strength.
I will lend you my strength. This dude.
Share in my light. Retreat!
This lifelink is obnoxious AF, dude. Well, it loses lifelink, which is good, because that Squire's Devotion disappears when he becomes a planeswalker, not a creature anymore.
I believe in you.
Hits me for 6. Fine. What we're doing here now, I think. Ooh. Yeah, I think we have to, right? What's this cost? 5? Blast Zone would be really good here. It eliminates that. Can we Blast Zone plus Seraph with the scales? No, we can't really do anything plus Blast Zone. We'll just Blast Zone.
I tried my best.
Then we will Seraph with the scales. Bantu is probably ladder here. Those tokens, it said. Whenever he attacks, create tokens. That's not good. Shit. This works though. Not gonna let him create an army of 4/4 flying angels with divine visitation. Nice thought though. Why don't they have an? Oh, there. They don't have a power level. It's weird. Ah, what the fuck? Why would you do that? I'm just gonna do this. I haven't seen a single, I don't think, unless did he already wipe my Celebrants? Oh, he GG'd. That was a good game. That showed off the power of Forgotten Gods. Obviously, we were playing against some jank with the Squire's Devotion, Divine Visitation, Token Creation deck, but it was a good game. Would I say Orzhov Aristocrats is going to get you to the top of the ladder, top of the ranks? Probably not, unless you're playing it phenomenally, drawing perfectly with the list that I have here, which by the way will be in the description below. I didn't say that in the last video. But yeah, thank you for watching. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, about noon o'clock Central Time until whenever I need to make supper, or if she's making supper, sometimes a little bit later. Thursdays are usually a little bit shorter because I work Friday morning, and then Mondays actually are going to be a little bit later than noon, maybe like 12:31, because I work Monday morning as well for a half day. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the content, enjoyed watching me play Magic the Gathering, make sure you click that subscribe button, turn the bell on for notifications. Come check me out on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/ubaker, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. All the links will be below in the description box, along with the deck list. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Baker is out of here. I forget that my socials are on this page as well, but my YouTube's right there, and my Twitter and my Instagram. Check it out. I like to put stuff on there.